On this board I have put two of the RC low-pass filters, similar to the ones in the arpeggiator demo. I prefer to use soldered strip board rather than breadboarding, since the breadboarding components tend to work loose. And I find that typically a breadboarding system, if it works, you want to keep together, and it's easier to keep a soldered system together than a breadboard. So on this board there are two MIDI connectors, either 5-pin DIN connectors, an opto-isolator, and the two RC networks. At the bottom here I have a couple of RCA phono connectors, and basically what I'm using them for is I take the audio out from the Werkstatt and run the cable through one connector and take the other connector, goes over to my amplifier. This provides a common ground from this board to the Werkstatt without having to screw down a lead under a screw somewhere. The board also has some pin headers for connecting to the Arduino, and it also has another set of pin headers which connect to the socket on the Werkstatt. At the moment I've been testing initially the VCO input, and I have just completed a simple filter sweep addition to the software so that it can filter sweep whilst it's doing the arpeggiator. The filter addition to the software uses a simple table of value pairs. The first number of the sequence of the pair is an end value, and the second number is an increment. What the software does is it adds the increment to an accumulator, and when it reaches the end value it moves on to the next state in the table. If the increment is actually a negative number, then obviously the value in the accumulator will go down. When it gets to the end of the table, it will go back and restarts at the beginning. So this provides a cyclical filter sweep. Depending on how many entries you can have a fairly complicated filter envelope. The next addition to the software is to take the gate output from the Werkstatt and connect it to an input pin on the Arduino. Then in the software I have the choice of doing things like only arpeggiating when the key is pressed, or just restarting the arpeggiator sequence when the key is pressed, or starting the filter sweep when the key is pressed, etc.